Yes, a very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. We thank you so much for following our programs, especially this one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa. The whole year 2024. Here we are 2025 with more constructive discussions pertinent to your life, your family, your community, and the beautiful Pearl of Africa. Happy New Year. I wish you the best of 2025. Congratulating you having passed through 2024. Here we are in 2025. But how do we enter 2025? What shall we have to show at the end of this year that we have begun? And how do we reach? You see, they normally say the process justifies the end. The means justifies the end. So shall we just pass through 2025? What are we going to show at the end of the year? Come 31st December 2025. What will you have to show? How we get to that is what we have come to examine. And we are going to pay some attention to listen to somebody I would consider successful, not only in what he does, but he also shares this kind of information on telling people what to do and how to handle different things, especially work-related, innovations, business, entrepreneurship, and more so, he is a young man. We are a country that has the population of people below 50, over 80%. So we still need that motivation, taking examples of people that have genuine, real story. He's an educated man. He has his senior 4, senior 6, a bachelor's degree in botany and chemistry, and a master's degree in pharmacognosy. He will tell us that word better. He is an award-winning young innovator of KCCA, that is 2015, Private Sector Foundation winner of the year 2016, Pakasa Most Innovative Entrepreneur 2017, Best Services and Utilities of the year, Uganda Manufacturers Association 2018, 2019, UMA Association Innovator of the Year still, plus many more awards. I last talked to him in 2014. Then I was hosting a business show on our sister station, Star TV. We had a discussion about his innovations and a number of things that he had started doing. We are seated at his establishment, and I am amazed and speechless at what I have found here. This is why I think he's the very person we need to talk to about how one plans for a new year and succeed at the end of it all. His name is Julius Nyanzi. He's commonly known as Omukenkufu Julius Nyanzi, or Professor Julius Nyanzi. He is the CEO of Prof Bio Research. It's not a new name in this beautiful town of ours, Kampala. Yes, Mr. Nyanzi.
Yes, Mr.
I am very glad to see you. I rarely shake hands on this show.
I'm humbled.
How has it been? Give us a picture briefly, how you moved since I saw you, since we talked at the beginning of this, up to where it is right now.
I'm very happy to see you again. The pleasure is mine indeed.
Most welcome.
And I'm glad to be on this wonderful show, one-on-one. Like you have described me, I'm Nyanzi Julius, popularly known as Omukenkufu.
Yes.
Omukenkufu is the trade name. Prof Bio Research is the company I started way back in 2014. Actually, when we met,
yes,
I did not even register it. I was just imagining of coming up with something. Luckily, I managed to register it in 2015, and now we are going to celebrate 10 years in business. For the people who have just seen me or who have just watched me, Prof Bio Research is an innovative business whereby we add value to our locally available resources, and we centered our research in bioresearch, and we have looked at plants majorly, and we have come up with all sorts of things. We are the first people to introduce a natural sugar substitute in this country and the whole region. That
Stevia.
That is it, and that is my AKA, also known as name. Some people refer to me, stevia. Yeah, that is a sugar substitute. And we have done a lot of work when it comes to its value addition. And now Ugandans are enjoying it in different forms, powder and also liquid, whereby 2 drops are good to go, especially for people who want to prevent diabetes. Last year we celebrated the World Diabetes Day, and it is killing about 10 million people worldwide. So it's a problem, and it takes the number 5 of the most common diseases which kill people world all over. So I'm glad that I've contributed towards its prevention, the prevention of diabetes, by coming up with stevia, promoting it along the value chain, from the farm to the value addition and to its application. Like you've said, I went to school, I studied science, and from high school, that is Maryland, I went to Makerere, I did botany. I had much interest in drug development and research. Okay. I taught myself pharmacology in that Makerere University.
You taught yourself?
Yes, I was studying it, but not in depth. So I went deep into it, and then I went back for masters to expound more, especially in regards to my skills of developing drugs. And as we talk, we have about 2,000 natural extracts I've worked on, and I've even represented personally under Prof by Research, which is the mother company, and I've represented Uganda in different fora worldwide. I was invited by World Intellectual Property Organization in 2016, 2017. I went to Switzerland. I've been to different countries trying to convey this message: money grows on trees.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Prof. Now, I want us to go straight to what my focus this time round is. We're going to take good use of your story to inspire the rest of us.
Yes.
As the year begins, it is one time lag that one would look at probably as a big part of your life.
Yes.
People, even when somebody dies, they count the years. So it is a monumental kind of period that has to be looked at in one's life.
Yeah.
What leads to disparities in success as the year ends amongst us? You find Julius had a 10,000 note, 31st December, you look at an account with $1 million. Michael will have, you may even have had more than what Julius had, but the account will be blank. What causes disparities in success as the year ends? Let's start from there.
Yeah, it's very true. Let me use myself as a clear example.
Yes.
Because the people I studied with, the fellow cosmates, we are not at the same level. I'm sorry to say, because as we speak, I run a company. At the same time, I'm a science a science commissioner per se. I'm also into policy. If you didn't know, I was appointed by the Honorable Minister, Dr. Museniro. Okay. I'm representing the Uganda small-scale manufacturers, those people who are trying to begin and forge a way forward.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. Just that we have kept a low profile, but I'm glad. So, coming to your question, what brings about that disparity? In most cases, first and foremost, most people don't use their social capital very well. The social capital. The people in your vicinity. For example, when we talk about progress in this country, you may find that Jordan has 5,000 followers on Facebook.
Yes.
He has 10,000 followers on Instagram. 20,000
on Twitter or X.
WhatsApp groups is among different groups, hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yes.
But once you're trying to engage them, you're sharing things of no substance. Just speaking a story from here, a gospel, without even base or key
of no
value, key foundations. Then you share to other people. Like that, the year goes in, the year goes like that, without any business attachment to your stories you're sharing. So for me, I think we are not using the social capital very well. Because if you are using social capital very well, if you're my friend, I'm a friend of somebody, and we have these people, a pool of them, 10,000, let's say, let us make an average of 10,000.
Yes.
And then I have something I'm doing, even if it is it's selling a bag of soap. If I can sell to 1,000 people per week, because someone can use soap in 7 days. One family, they can use a bowl of soap in 7 days. So if we have...
And it depends on the size of the family.
The size of the family. Yes. Others use more, because they clean here, utensils, they wash clothes, they do a lot of cleaning. So if I can sell a bar, A bar is around 8,000.
8,000.
If I sell 1,000 per week, that is 80 million. To this pool of people, remember there are more than 10,000, but me I've chosen 1,000. Then I try to push business to them. Instead of sharing gospel to them, I share my business. Because these are people you went to school with, these are people you go to church with,
yes.
These are people in your vicinity, in your locality, in your club. If you can choose 1,000 people, that one I call it social capital. And you convey what you do to them. Seriously, even if they are 10,000 and 1,000 respond positively, you're in business. But the way people see you is the way they take you. What you share, there's this saying, garbage in,
garbage
out. If you're telling them things which are not constructive, obviously, they are not
they will treat you that way.
But if you show them I'm a business person, I have this simple project. You guys, regardless of what we are sharing in the groups, let us also push this. At least, not all of them will respond positively.
But at least you will get
something. But if you get 1%, and that is possible, that 1% can give you a push. Because if you can sell 1,000 bars of soap, that is 8 million. And then the second week the same. Because they will always come back to 16. Before you know it, the end of the month, you have 32 million. By the end of the year, you are over 300 million. So, key point, we are not using our social capital very well.
Okay.
That's what I can say. Especially...
That doesn't take education, it doesn't take anything.
Yes.
Just taking good use of the people in your life.
In your life, the people around you. It's a very key factor. That's the way I've managed to maneuver. I use my social capital very well. Yes, regardless, I can comment about sports, I can comment about anything. Status quo. Secondary. But the primary objective is business.
What would be the best way to plan for a year? 2025 is here. It is just January, early January. How do you think somebody would plan for this year to have some success registered by 31st December?
All right. Putting social capital aside,
yes.
The other thing I can talk of is looking at a society problem. A person wants money more than anyone else is that person who solves problems. Look at the problems of your community. That is the starting. Before even you go to the community, look at your family. What problem does your dad or mom experience on the daily? Your siblings. First identify a key problem in your vicinity. Then work towards a solution. This solution can be imported or it can be innovated by you. That will make a big difference, because at the end of the day, these days it's all about entrepreneurship. I'm a scientist, but I'm trading science. I'm not like the other fellow scientists who are there praising their science, writing books which are not even published. But for me, I make sure that I sell out whatever I have, which is trade. I'm trading science. So that's a key thing. Make it sure that you do something, then after, push it out. One key example, when I was at Marital,
yes,
I could hear stories around people dying of diabetes, diabetes. And when I go back to my home, my mom always tells me stories of people who are dying of diabetes. Then I started asking myself, what is diabetes? Why are people dying of diabetes? When I dug deeper, I found that the diet, they were taking a lot of sugars. And these sugars, at one time, they would overpower the pancreas, in that the insulin wouldn't burn down all the sugars. So what I decided, I looked at all in our vicinity, especially among the plants. Is there any key plant I can identify which can be a sugar substitute, sweet, but without increasing the sugar levels
within someone's body?
Within someone's body. So I looked out for a plant called sorrel. Locally it's called kanyewa in Uganda. They call it kanyewa. In English we call it sorrel. I tried to make a powder of it so that I could test out if it could serve the same purpose as cane sugar. Though it was not as sweet as the cane sugar, but that taste, which is not sweet, it's not bitter, it's midway. So I said, okay, let me continue the journey. Then that's how I came up with stevia. When I came up with stevia, when I was at Makerere, I started grinding the leaves, making the powder. Then when you taste in the tea, it was so sweet. And it had the functionality of preventing diabetes. It was satisfying the urge for taking a sweet product or a sweet thing, but at the same time, it was giving medicinal benefits. So that was the springboard. That's the way my life changed. Yeah? Identify the problem, diabetes, and people were shying.
The solution.
Then the solution was stevia. And the stevia, it was in powdered form. And this powdered form, okay, people liked it, but others would say that, that's sugar of yours. They called it stevia. It is green, because the plant itself is green. So it would change their tea into green. So most people didn't like it. So using my chemistry from the university and the higher education I got from my A level, I used chemistry and I made a distillate, and I came up with a colorless stevia. So that's the idea. Identify the problem, come up with a solution.
The solution becomes your business.
Your business. And when I came up with that product, I talked to my lecturers at Makerere University Department or College of Natural Sciences and Biotechnology. For them, they told me that you should write a paper about this innovation so that you earn a master's degree. To myself, I said, okay, this is good, but we also need the business part. Let us evaluate the content, which we did. Then let me go to Uganda Manufacturers Association so that I spread out the message to the people who need this product. And that's how I began with the journey of going to exhibitions to show them. At first, when I used to give them the powder, they would not believe it. They would think that I was mixing moringa and cane sugar. That forced me as a quick learner and a thinker to give them alongside the package. You buy a tin, I give you a free seedling. That was a promotion. Buy a tin, get a free seedling. That dispelled all the doubts. Yeah. So that is it. Identify the problem, come up with a solution. It will push you to the next level.
As the year begins, or as the previous year ends and we're getting into the new one, at the end of the previous year and the beginning of the new one, people draw resolutions. I want this, I want this, I want this. But many of the people that you may talk to, they'll tell you, I have not achieved any, I've achieved like 20% or everything failed. Although there are some that may achieve whatever goals they set. Do you think this resolution setting as the year begins is realistic and can be really scored? And how?
Yeah, resolutions are good because it's part of planning. You know, planning avoids failure. It makes you succeed along the way. Because if you have a plan, it's like having a map. You know, from this point, I'm going to this point and the other point. Okay. So it is very good. But planning without actions is also tantamount to failure. You should plan as you walk the talk. Most people, they can plan.
We keep plans within the papers.
In the papers. They think, I want to do this. I want to change my career. I want to push my career to the next level. But that stops in writing. They don't push further, like getting the right people, getting the right resources, getting the right information, because information is also key. That helps you if you get the three right: the people, resources, and information. Information expands your knowledge, and once you're knowledgeable, you can innovate. Okay. And innovation comes with rewards. Like for us now, we are celebrating 50 awards in the span of 10 years. Yeah, 10 years, 50 awards. That's because I read a lot and even research a lot. So,
but you don't stop at reading and researching.
Yeah,
your findings, you take a step.
Yeah,
to put it in practice.
Practice. If I say I can make biodiesel as an alternative to this synthetic petroleum, I don't just talk about it. I make sure that I innovate. And even, yes, there are failures at times. But I normally tell people, fall 10 times, stand up 11 times. Keep pushing. Failure is also part of success. But the difference is, if you fail, then you lay back and you stop. That's where the problem comes in. So for the resolutions, they would make sense. But if you add actions to them, and which are these actions? For example, Jordan, you want to build a house.
Yes.
Then the little money you save, you drink it. Or you waste it by pleasing other people. Then that means that you're not going to achieve the target of building a house. But if you save, even if you save 100,000 and you buy 3 bags of cement, you're walking the talk. So that is the action. Because yes, having cement does not mean that you've built the house.
But at least it's a step.
It's a step forward. It's part of the journey. So that journey, then you save again, you buy some bricks. Like that. Before you know it, media, you can be in position to mobilize those resources.
Start a
foundation.
So, drawing the resolutions
yes,
becomes sensible when it is followed with actions.
That is
you don't just write them and keep them with yourself.
Yes. You follow them up with actions. And one by one makes a bundle. In most cases, you want to draw a resolution, then tomorrow you make it work or you materialize it. No. Take it simple, one by one. A cement, a brick, a technical...
A bit of everything that you need.
You need. An architect to give you the plan. Then once you join all this, then the resolution will be achieved or realized.
What is your view about saving? Today we are doing it in so many ways. We do it individually. These days we have cash round, Evivina. There are so many ways of saving.
Yes.
You have even heard of people that fight. The other day, somebody burnt a whole place in Mulago because they saved the money and didn't share it well. What is your view about saving, and what would be? Because why am I asking you? Many people have a challenge of capital and money to start things.
Okay.
Somebody may think, let me save my money this year so that 2026 I'm having a shop somewhere, I'm having this somewhere. What's your view about saving?
Saving is not bad, but it becomes pointless if you save and then eat. You should save and invest. There should be a multiplier effect. Don't save for purposes of spending this money on things which don't add value. But you should spend this money in projects or processes which multiply. Our biggest challenge as Africans, especially Ugandans, we save for the purposes of John is saving, without any clear guideline of what you want to do. But if I save, let's say I want to save for a machine which adds value to eucalyptus. That is a distiller. I have a friend, he has a forest, but each year they cut down trees. Now, the leaves remain behind. But I've seen an opportunity. That's the reason as to why we go back to the other thing of information. That if you save with information, with a clear guideline, it will make a point. Now, if I save, like for myself, I want to buy a machine which makes oil from eucalyptus. And I've gotten to know Prof by research buys eucalyptus oil at 300,000. So if I manage to save that money and I buy that machine, this machine is going to give me profit at the end of the day, because there will be a multiplier effect. If I process eucalyptus leaves, I'll get oil, and this oil will be purchased. Then it becomes an asset, and to give me more money, because for example, an acre of eucalyptus, you can make 6 jerrycans of eucalyptus oil. And remember, these leaves are left behind by these.
Yes. When the trees are cut, that is just rubbish.
Others burn it.
You actually
and
collect and burn to clear the garden.
But if me, I have the information.
Yet it's valuable.
It's valuable because saunas buy eucalyptus. These people who are into drug processing, they use eucalyptus. They are eucalyptus longes for cough. During COVID, we are using eucalyptus for steaming, like this steam of mine. Can put eucalyptus if I have cough and flu. I'll be healed through aromatherapy. It's part of a channel of treatment called aromatherapy. So if I buy a machine and I process those leaves, I'm adding value to the eucalyptus leaves. At the same time, I'm growing my money. Because if, let's say I saved 3 million and I've acquired a machine of 3 million and it's going to make me, because each jerrycan is 6 million of eucalyptus, and I've processed 6 jerrycan, that becomes 36 million in 1 year. Because of the multiplier effect of investing, it makes meaning to the saving aspect.
So, saving is brilliant, but not for Christmas.
Yes.
It should be for investment. Investment is money that targets to multiply. Targets to be spent on something that will multiply this money.
Yeah,
if we have invested 10,000, we are targeting 1 million.
Yes, 1 million. That means that you should not be saving for the sake of saving, but save and invest. Save and invest. If you save to spend, saving is pointless.
Thank you so much, Julius. Yeah, let's take a short break.
Every marriage has 100% chances of succeeding. You know why? Because God created marriage, and God never creates failure, and God never designs anything to fail. Every marriage has 100% chances of succeeding. Is your marriage struggling and you're wondering whether it will ever succeed, whether you will ever make it, whether it's even worth holding on to? You got to tune into Unlocking Marital Bliss, because right here we provide the keys to unlock the bliss in your marriage, and you will be able to succeed. We've had testimonies, and lives are changing day by day.
Marriage must be a discipline. It must not be handled like a casual thing.
As women, when we have the outward expression, even our form of respect is tied to the outward things that you do.
Some women now have working class. They don't know how to handle their husbands because the marriage has become like a question and answer marriage. Do you have any tea? Don't you have hands to prepare it? Why have you come back late? Did I take your blanket? It's question and answer marriage.
Not any other place, but every Sunday, 3 p.m., right here at UBC. With the one and only Cyrus Rod, not any other. Unlocking Marital Bliss.
UBC One-on-One, welcome back from the break. We are discussing how we can succeed in a year. And today the world has taken the entrepreneurial line. Even if you are in the education line, you are a worker somewhere, how do you plan and be successful as the year ends? The plan must start at the beginning of the year, but as the year ends, how do you count what you have gone through to lead to that success? My guest is Julius Nyanzi Omukenkufu. He's the CEO, Prof Bioresearch, a company that comes up with, innovates a number of things, as he will tell us as we go. So, like I told you, I mentioned earlier, many people's complaint here in our land is resources to start with. We talked of savings and things like that. We have had our sisters and brothers that have opted to go outside Uganda to. I was talking to one of them who told me, I am targeting, by the end of 4 years, I will have saved 12 million. When I come back to Uganda, after that time, I'll be able to do something. Do you think this is something liable?
Liable in terms of that vision?
Exactly.
It's not a bad thing, but we should know that money loses value also. inflation. Inflation erodes the value of money.
Okay.
That's also another big challenge in economics, because you may find that, let's say, a bag of cement 10 years back was, let's say, 20,000. Today it is 35,000. If you needed 1,000 bags to complete the structure, today you cannot, because of inflation. The prices have gone high. So my advice I can give to that young sister or brother of mine, they can invest as they keep adding more money into the project they have invested in, especially projects related to fast consumer goods. There are many things we normally underlook, especially in the manufacturing world. Today, everyone is into manufacturing. Manufacturing is a key project whereby it can solve problems of today and tomorrow. How? If she has 12 million,
Yes.
you may find that, let's say, for example, making an aftershave. Women after shaving, most people react. The skins react. So they need an aftershave. And you need the capital of 1 million to begin such an enterprise.
Just that.
Yeah, 1 million, including packaging, branding, and all those things. So 1 million, and then you target customers, which are salons around. If you are able to get like 100, or in your locality, depending whether you are staying in Kampala or up country. Okay, let us go for a minimum of 50. This business will teach you a lesson. You get to know how is the production flow from the raw materials, which is spirit. Where do I get the spirit? Let's say Meta or Madivani.
Yes.
At what price? Who's giving me a better deal? Then the manpower. What type of manpower do I need? Do I need machines? No. You need a committed, loyal staff or employee. You're learning. Then you can inject in more money as the business moves. By the time you spend 4 years, you are the king or queen of that business. You have understood all the A's and the B's of this business. Other than waiting 4 years to begin, and once you begin, their frustrations are very high. The inflation has gone high. The competition maybe is also high. New technologies have come up. So I normally advise people, don't wait for a lot of money. Begin somewhere, even if you begin with 100,000.
Yes.
Master the techniques, the business techniques, because business is more than just having the money, the capital. Even the techniques of running it. How do you talk to employees? How do you hire employees? What values,
for that particular business,
what values do you look at? Should this person be multilinguistic, or they can speak one language?
How do I look for customers?
How do I go around the bureaucracy of certification? How do I make a rapport with these people who are selling, or my clients, the salons, the supermarkets? So those are all factors. So that's where we lose it. We want to begin big, and once we begin big, we think money or capital is everything. It goes more than capital. Even the human relationships, you forge forward. They are very key, and also the skills of the people whom you've employed. It's also another critical factor in business. So business, we fail most cases because for us we think if I get 1 billion,
that's when I will start moving.
From His Excellency, I write a good proposal to him. He injects the money through his good giving hand.
These people are looking at good. I don't know what is in good.
good Samaritan, angel investor. No, it's not like that. Many people have been giving that
if
money.
that opportunity comes, let it start find you moving.
If you've been using, let's say, a border to deliver, you can now buy a minivan. Already you know the A's and all the corners of this business. So I advise young people, let us begin.
You had this skill from university. The time I met you, I had you on starting with a lot of, I remember I'll look for that program.
Yeah.
We had a lot of products, and including leaves and whatever on the table.
Yeah.
You must have just left university at that time.
Yeah, true.
How do you get the vision of now taking your skill, school knowledge, into an entrepreneurship that has grown this much?
Business-wise, I decided to begin small. Yes, I had relatives who had the capital, but no one can believe in you if you're nobody. People want or love people who have moved. Yes. There's a local saying, someone who's already established, they always associate with you. But when you're just beginning, everyone looks at you as an opportunist, a lazy person who doesn't want to work, who's looking out for freebies, free gifts and free support. So I decided to begin small.
Now, a dream like this, you even look a joker.
Yeah, a joker. So I decided to begin small. How did I begin small? I talked to my lecturers at Makerere. We came up with a showcase. It is still there at Makerere University. Then I told them, I'll be selling my stevia seedlings from here. The sugar plant. Because making a sugar plant, that's a seedling, I just needed soil, and I can get soil from anywhere. And the fertilizers, which I knew how to make the fertilizers from banana peelings and the like. So I began with selling stevia because it was catchy. It was mind-blowing to have a plant which has which is 10 times sweeter than sugar, whereby you just put the leaf in tea and it is sweet. So I began by selling the seedlings. I raised capital, then I bought a mortar, and I started grinding. Echinu, mortar and pestle. I started grinding to make the powder. The money I accumulated, then I bought a machine. Actually, I went to Katwe to fabricate one, though it was not much effective, but it was a starting point. And I made an extract. Then the business kept on growing. I came here in Masana. I rented one room. Then before I knew it, I had the whole space, 1 acre now. Then from there, I went to Equatorial. Then I kept on pushing. Begin small. Find a way, be like Zacharias. Find somewhere.
You want to see Jesus.
If you want to see success, you get a tree where you can hang on and begin from there. So it's
there is a man. He's a senior media person who now doesn't. He no longer practices. One time he released a video saying, "I started with a dog, and from a dog I bought a calf, then a cow."
Yeah, sure.
People made fun of him because his story, to many people, didn't look realistic.
Yeah.
What is that journey like of starting with the chinu till when you get a machine?
Machines, yeah.
To go to start now renting a room. What is that journey? How challenging is that kind of period? From a chinu to now realizing that I have a room that I've rented to start work.
Yeah, it was very challenging, given the fact that most people always underrate beginners, especially in Africa. It's not like the whites, where you find the Silicon Valley, those guys, they give that crowdfunding money. There's what we call crowdfunding or GoFundMe. It's not as simple as the other side. So what I did is to find something easier to begin with, which is selling the seedlings. Selling seedlings is easy because, yes, I was giving out my raw material, but with the purpose that I had skills to add value to this particular plant. Even if someone bought it, they would not have the skills of distillation. There will be a few, and maybe they are not interested. But so I decided to let this go, because if you are to achieve, you have to let some things go. If I'm to give you something, that means that I'm letting something to go, then I earn another thing. You cannot win it all. So that was the strategy. Sell off these seedlings, raise some capital for materials, and then from there equipment. So that is the idea. For another person, my story may be different.
Definitely.
They're not going into plants because me, I had the knowledge of botany. But what I can say, let's say you are good at washing clothes. You may decide to give your clients another an extra service of ironing. That for me, I wash for you, then I iron for you for free. That will give you that big demand compared to others.
Okay.
Or you always devise means. You come up with something which attracts someone's attention. For example, when I'm selling my stevia, I normally move with this aroma. I can put Christmas tree oil here. Also, I'm selling to someone stevia. They also ask me about this sweet smelling scent. Then I can give it to you for free, the scent, knowing that it will intrigue you to come back. On top of buying stevia, you're also going to ask me for another package of the aroma because you wanted it. So we should learn that idea of giving bonuses when we are beginning, bonuses which don't affect the operations. Okay. You find a way, that is it. So that is one way for someone who's trying to raise capital, especially a young person. Then the other thing, like I started with, using your social capital. There are people who will support you regardless whether your product is working or not.
Just wishing you well.
Wishing you well. And those are your parents, first and foremost parents, siblings.
Yes.
And the relatives, they might be not all of them, but a few of them. And once you get their connection, push further into social settings, like women organizations, the Nigina, women, the round, what you talked about.
Cash rounds.
Yes. You ask for some little time to explain to them that for me, I have a good bar soap whereby if you use it, you don't need even to perfume your clothes. They'll give you an opportunity. Those cash rounds normally have like 40 and above members. The minimum can be 20. So you begin small and then grow big. And most importantly, never forget media. Media is a key thing. Whether traditional media or social media, it pushes you further.
Especially social media now.
And now it is the in thing. Once you do something, put it out there to the public.
Because for us, the mainstream, in many cases, we look for you people who have already moved.
Yes.
But social media, someone's WhatsApp can push their thing.
Yes, to the next level. Today, given the skill they possess, look at Teng, now, you know?
Yes.
If at all he had not gotten that opportunity to be seen in the media, regardless social or traditional media. So never hide what you're doing. Put it out to the general public. That is a common syndrome among especially the land people. You find someone is highly brilliant, highly knowledgeable, but they hide. They are too secretive. In this modern world with the chat GPTs, there's nothing you can hide. So click away, people will find information. Before they find that information from chat GPT or AI, artificial intelligence, push it out to the general public and always look out to do business.
Today, the young people fear, besides capital, there are so many other fears to do related to the entrepreneurial world. Market, what? Then there is the problem of taxes and things like that. What would you tell them?
No, let them not fear. There are organizations, especially now, for example, in Rugogo, there's Uganda Small Scale Industries.
Yes.
There are such organizations who are there to help you and give you support. That's the thing. Tell me your friends, I tell you ways. Let us look out for people who add value to us. You may find that, yes, you're knowledgeable among your circle, but your people, they just drain. They drain you. They are dream busters. Each time you talk about something productive, something constructive, they divert your attention to other things. Let us go and club. Clubbing is not bad, but you can't club Monday to Monday. There are days.
It even God, the priority for your
even
life.
God worked for 6 days.
Took off a day.
Took off a day. But for you cannot rest in 7 days. So you find a way of trying to look out for people who matter. They are there. Uganda Small Scales. Even the government has organizations, has departments, has agencies, which can be of help. So it's a matter of working and looking out for such people.
Many young people think government has not helped them in the entrepreneurial line. You have walked a 10 years journey.
Yeah.
Give us your story.
I don't find it true because, it's only Uganda where you can begin something, you grow big without too much interference. For us, we have moved around the world after establishing ourselves. But in Uganda, I give this token of appreciation to the president for giving us a conducive environment. That is very important, because you go to other countries. I've been to Nairobi. People would even wonder that I have 7 media talk shows, that I'm on radio Monday to Sunday. I'm on TV and I'm not a Coca-Cola, I'm not an MTN, I'm not these national companies, but I'm a local. They don't believe it. How can you have that much airtime? I'm like, for us, it is normal. So long as you're talking sense, no one will bother you. And that is the first support any entrepreneur needs. Give him a good working environment so that they show what they have. So that is very key. So I can't blame those young people. It's just that they have not moved. They have not.
What do you think government can do more to support more young people to take the entrepreneurial line? Because many of them would really love to come up with the small scale manufacturing plants and join the business system. But where do you think government needs to touch more to support more other young people to join the line?
Yes, that's very right. Okay, for us, God has been on our side, and even you, the people, the media, and through that, we've managed to maneuver somehow. But there are others who will not get the same opportunities like us, or they will take time to get the same. So what I can say, or what I can tell the government,
yes,
let the government work hard to remove the burden of supporting entrepreneurs and scientists from His Excellency the President. That is the biggest undercoming. That anyone who wants to prosper in this country, they have to look for the president. Let that be changed with immediate effect. We should put up an institution or an agency to cater for such, right?
It delays a lot of things.
Yes.
So it should be dissolved to other levels.
Other levels.
In order to allow other people move.
In that the president comes in to sanction or even launch, but not to be part of the funding mechanism or the support mechanism. Yes, he is the fountain of honor.
Yes.
But look at other countries. The US, they have the Silicon Valley, whereby they are entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. They are there to help other technopreneurs to move forward.
Okay.
They don't have to look for Joe Biden. As long as you're part of the Silicon Valley, you work hard. So we should come up with a Silicon Valley of a sort here that will propel us forward.
The last time I talked to you, you had stevia, you had the eucalyptus products. How much have we added as we speak? How much products have we added?
Now I've diversified.
In the span of 10 years. I want us to inspire people that...
In the span of 10 years,
yes.
Now, by the time we met, I had Zulu awards. Now today I have 50.
50 awards?
Yes.
Ugandan or from outside Uganda?
Mix Uganda, East Africa and abroad. Then I've written books now.
Okay.
Three copies now. Money grows on trees. Because for me, I use trees to prosper. Eucalyptus, I make eucalyptus oil, and people who want to make creams which would repel mosquitoes, they would use that product. And people who are in sauna, they support me a lot. So I've shared this information with people, especially Ugandans and people who want to prosper. It's a book. I'm not mean. I've shared my journey with them by telling them that money grows on trees. Stevia, it's still there. It is a household name. It's our first product. But I've added on about 1,000 technologies. Now I graduated from just producing products into now selling fellow Ugandans the technologies. I want to make eucalyptus. We have a workshop here at Prof by Research which makes those machines. I want to make briquettes. Those innovations.
So you don't want to be the monopoly of processing eucalyptus?
Yes. I've decided to share the information through the slogan, money. No, the slogan is iron sharpens iron.
Okay.
Chuma chiwagala.
Yes.
Each one help one. So that is it. Because there's a big vacuum. There's a big knowledge vacuum in this country.
You cannot serve the whole market worldwide.
Yes, but you can empower others and they become your outgrowers or your base, of which they can always link you out where you cannot be. Because now I'm very busy. Now they become the chain or the coordinating factor in our processing journey. So
what exactly happens where we are here? Is it a production house? And how is it different from what we see at Equatorial?
Equatorial is more of the way I applied the pharmacognosy, the drug development and research. I studied help with the alternative medical systems. And so I practice it from there. Here it is machinery. I've come up with the idea. In order to bridge the gap, we have to control the production chain. What happens is that, for example, these whites get our coffee, they take it to Europe,
process it, package it,
and they sell it to us expensively.
Yes.
You may find that a coffee, 1 kilogram, of which they have paid us 10,000. For them, they can earn 1 million. Because they can get even 200 cups and they sell them expensively through addition of other ingredients. So that machine out there they are using, I'm making it here.
To roast coffee?
Oh yeah, I'm making coffee roasters, coffee oil machines. I'm trying to bridge that gap because they tell us we don't have the technology. I dispute that. We have the technology. It's just that we are not,
we can have the technology.
Yeah, yes. Just that we have not thought out of the box. We are so contented with the little we are getting. Someone gets 10,000 instead of 1 million. They are so happy. They are so grateful. Yet there's someone getting the same. For example, a shirt, they can sell it to us. Like I was in South Africa. There's a shirt brand of the late Mandela.
Yes.
It's called Presidential. That shirt goes for 5
million. The flowery one.
5 million. 5 million.
Uganda shillings.
Uganda shillings. But it's not even 1 kilogram. If you weigh that shirt, it doesn't weigh more than 1 kilogram. But a farmer in Uganda is being paid 1,000 for a kilo of cotton. So we need to bridge that gap. What do we need to? Instead of selling this cotton wool the way it is,
yes,
or cotton, let us process. If those people don't want to share the information with us on how to do it, let us the way. We have Makerere, we have Sitema, you have many universities. Let those young people come together and innovate and come up with the technology.
What would be your message to a Ugandan, especially the young person watching you as we wind up, as we start this year? What message would you send to this Uganda?
This is the last message. I'm sending it. And it's a practical message.
Okay.
It's a practical message because me, I like walking the talk. Many Ugandans, they have had similar lectures from different people.
Thousands of people.
Thousands and thousands of knowledgeable people. But what I want to tell them, things are possible. Just look out for the right people. Tell me your network, I'll show you your net worth. Because now they are depressed. Others are desperate, others are giving up, but I'm telling them, never give up. Prof by research, Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius, I'm there for Ugandans because I love Ugandans, because I'm a patriotic Ugandan. So instead of drinking that alcohol, the alcohol they are, because when they are depressed, they drink alcohol. These sachets, you know.
Exactly.
That. Yeah. So get that alcohol in the sachet. Instead of drinking it. Instead of drinking it, these containers are available in Chikuba. We also have them. Pour that alcohol in a sprayer bottle like this. After pouring it, let me pour. You know them? They are different brands. And they tell them, stop drinking when things are not working.
So this is alcohol?
This is alcohol. From those sachets. I didn't want to show a brand here for purposes of copyright and intellectual property.
Yes.
This is hibiscus. We grind it into powder. Then we mix it with beetroot.
Okay.
So it's color to give us color pink. This is mango powder.
Mango, omuyembe, real omuyembe.
Yes. Now, we are going to make a product which they can make and also earn a living. So I'm going to use a serviette to dispense. So this is green color because mango leaves are what?
Green.
Green. So it's a matter of now picking this color and I put it here. I pick this color green. Huh? Then cover. I shake. You know this product I've made?
No.
This is an aftershave. As simple as that. As simple as that. Ethanol, color from the mango, aftershave. Then I can put any aroma of my choice. Even if I don't put, it is not a big deal. Then that is green color to portray natural. Then women they love pink. Because when you add that powder, you get pink.
So this is powder for what?
Beetroot.
Okay.
And also hibiscus. Then you put here. Then you shake also. This is pink. And this, you go to any salon, supermarket, you put your name, Jordan, Bari Baseka, aftershave. As simple as that. You can make even 1,000 units, even if you make a profit of 1,000 every day. Among your social media followers, on TikTok, on Facebook, on X, on what other thing, WhatsApp, all those groups, you need 100 people out of that. Those numbers, and you make such simple products. You don't need machines. You don't need a lot of capital. The capital here is 10,000. That money,
buying this liquid,
ethanol or liquid, the sachets, alcohol, and the colors are very free. If you want brown
sachets, the real alcohol people drink.
Yes, because when young people are depressed, they drink alcohol. Don't drink it. Use it to make money, and the difference and the history will be told. This is the difference.
Wow.
So as simple as this, it's not capital. You have the people who are going to buy this. But what you lack is the knowledge. So we are not poor, we are just ignorant. That is my concluding remark.
Omukenkufu Julius Nyanzi. Indeed, you are Omukenkufu because this has challenged me so much. His name is Julius Nyanzi. He is a bioresearcher and an entrepreneur. He is the CEO, Prof Bioresearch. We are here at Masanafu, one of his establishments, but like I said, I first hosted him in 2014 on Star TV. He did not have any office. He had his bag where he would carry some few products and leaves that we demonstrated like this on a desk. But today it is a very big establishment celebrating 10 years. I wanted a program like this for motivational purposes as we start the year 2025. I think I've achieved the purpose. Thank you so much for watching. With Davis Kamukam and the whole team, we wish you the best of the year 2025. Bye-bye. Happy New Year.